Hey there, and welcome back to another Popetti Math YouTube video tutorial, where I am going to be teaching you, yes you, Algebra 1. And in this video, we're going to continue on with our study of polynomials, where we are going to now be adding and subtracting polynomials. And it says, now that you have an understanding of the different parts of a polynomial and important terminology regarding polynomials, you'll begin performing operations on polynomials. That's a lot of polynomials right there. In order to add or subtract polynomials, only terms with the same variable and same exponent can be combined. That's going to be very important, that we need to have the same variable and the same exponent. So in exercise number 1, we want to add the polynomial expressions and express our answer as a polynomial in standard form. And if we recall from our previous lesson, standard form is when we have our terms lined up from greatest exponent to least exponent. So let's take a look at part A and see what we do first in part A. And what we have here is 3x squared plus 5x plus 9, and we're going to add that to 2x squared minus 4x minus 3. So really, since we have the plus, since we're adding outside the parentheses, we really don't need those parentheses here. And we have 3x squared plus 5x plus 9 plus 2x squared minus 4x minus 3. And now that it's all together like that, we could combine our like terms. And it says up here our like terms need to have the same variable and the same exponent. So for example, we have two like terms right here that are 3x squareds and positive 2x squareds. So we have a same variable x and the same exponent of a 2, so we could combine x squareds with x squareds. And when we combine 3x squareds with 2x squareds, we get 5x squareds. And now I'm going to look and see, well, here we have 5x's. Do we have any other thing, a term with an x on it? Yes, here we go. We have minus 4x's. So what's 5x's minus 4x's? Well, that's just 1x, or you could write that as just an x. Now finally, we have 9 minus 3, and these are just constants, they're like terms, and 9 minus 3 is going to give you positive 6. So we have a final solution of 5x squared plus x plus 6. Taking a look at our next one, again, we have adding outside the parentheses, so we don't really need the parentheses there. So we have 2p plus 8 minus 6p. And I'm going to look for my like terms. So I start off with the p, and I have 2 p's. And then over here I have negative 6 p's. And 2p minus 6p is negative 4p. And then I have positive 8 and positive 8, and that's going to be positive 16. So again, I have negative 4p plus 16 when I add these two polynomial expressions together. And again, this is in standard form because I have my highest degree exponents first to my constants. Same thing with part A. If I'm looking at part C, now I have 4 minus x squared plus x squared plus 10x minus 16. And again, since that plus is there, I could break down those parentheses. 4 minus x squared plus 10x minus 16, and I look for my like terms. I like to look for the highest exponents first because that's what I'm going to be writing first in standard form. So I have a negative x squared and I have a positive x squared. So a negative x squared and a positive x squared are actually going to cancel out, and I'm going to have no x squareds, 0 x squareds. So now I look for my x's. Here we go. I've got 10 x's here, but that seems to be the only place I have x's. So let's write 10x in our simplification down here. And then finally, I'm going to have a 4 and a minus 16. And I know that 4 minus 16 is negative 12. So when I simplify this and place it in standard form, I'm going to have 10x minus 12. And now the final part, part D over here, we have 8x minus 3x squared plus 15. Again, we have a plus. Then 2x squared plus 12 minus 14x. So that plus means I could take down those parentheses, and I'm going to be left with this whole big, long string of terms. But we're going to simplify that right now by finding our like terms. And I have a like term right away that says negative 3x squared plus 2x squared. And negative 3x squared plus 2x squared is going to give me negative 1x squared, or just negative x squared. So now I go in order and I look for x's next, and I see 8x's, but then I see minus 14x's. So it's going to be minus 6x. And finally, my constants, I have 15 here, and I have 12 there, and 15 plus 12 is going to give me positive 27. So again, this is in standard form because I have my highest degree first, and then it goes down to my lowest degree. So all four of these have been simplified and placed in standard form. And I hope that this exercise was helpful in adding polynomial expressions. And you are now ready for exercise number 2, where you're going to look at how to subtract the polynomial expressions. Thank you for watching.